What's going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, Joker back again once again. And today, people, boy oh boy, here is an argumentative position that I never thought I'd be taking up. Actually defending the cash shop. I know, sounds dirty, felt wrong. Odd times make for strange bedfellows indeed. Now, I want to be as crystal clear as humanly possible. Personally, I have nothing but complete and utter loathing for the existence of the cash shop, because personally, I feel it devalues the loot grind in a loot-based game. I can think of no better example than comparing the raid armor to the cash shop armor. And while I know I've harped on and on and on ad nauseum in multiple videos about this subject, it really does sit as the prime example of cash shop rewards encroaching on and outstripping and spanking the rewards from endgame pinnacle activities. I mean, realistically, the raid armor is a symmetrical reskin of the Curse of Osiris Eververse armor, where the cash shop armor is an overly detailed, well put together new asset. This fundamentally makes the endgame lesser. Now, it would be an entirely different story if the endgame armor was something entirely new and it just sucked in comparison to the cash shop armor. Ultimately, that comes down to taste, and taste truly is subjective. I mean, really, I've seen the way that some of you dress your guardians. Taste is subjective. But that's not the case here. It's not a subject of taste. It's an asset flip being used as the reward for a pinnacle activity, versus a completely new and original asset being introduced into the game and only being available through the cash shop. So if you want to argue that the presence of the cash shop devalues the game because of instances like this, then I'm right there with you. But that's not the argument I'm seeing. No, what I'm seeing across forums, threads, on Twitter, in videos, and popping up in news articles across the internet are people bitching, not that the cash shop's existence devalues the loot grind in a loot-based game, but because they're mad. Why, you ask? Well, A, because the freebies are all virtually gone. See, for those of you who do not know, starting with Season of Opulence and continuing on with Shadowkeep, new items were no longer available in the engrams that you received via leveling up. Instead, what you got were old items. In Shadowkeep, you could no longer earn engrams by leveling up, though you could get them occasionally through the Season Pass. Also in Shadowkeep, when you dismantled an Eververse item, you no longer got Bright Dust, meaning the ability to buy free stuff was made even harder. That said, the ability to earn Bright Dust was not completely removed from the game, as doing weekly bounties awarded this currency to you. I believe so does doing the extra bounties, but I'm not 100% sure on that, and I think if it is, it's only about 10 Bright Dust as opposed to 1,000 that you get from doing the weekly bounties. This, of course, as I've stated, has made it harder for people to get free stuff from the cash shop. More so if you're a new light player, or a returning player from before Shadowkeep who wasn't sitting on a mountain of bright dust. And B, since new items are no longer part of RNG loot boxes, which everybody hated and everybody bitched about anyways, they are now available for direct purchase, a concession the community has been willing to make since Destiny 1. In fact, the implementation is not unlike Titanfall 2. There is, of course, the big fat fucking Destiny community self-inflicted 44 caliber wound of exceptions here, isn't there? The price. For you see. In Titanfall, you can buy a new Titan skin, complete with new voice work and a new execution for $5. You can buy a weapon skin for $5. Sometimes there's a sale where you can get a bundle of weapon skins for $17. You can get a 20-pack multi-use shader pack for $2.69. 20 nameplates, 20 emblems for $1.79. In Destiny, one set of armor is $15. A weapon skin is $8, but because you can only buy silver in amounts of $5, $10, $20, $30, and $50, that $15 armor might as well be $20. That $8 weapon skin might as well be $10. I vaguely recall, maybe just a little bit, criticizing the Whisper of the Worm, the Thunderlord, and the Outbreak Perfected skins for being kind of overpriced. To the cries of fanboys screaming, "But Joker, it's just cosmetic!" Huh. Would you look at that slippery slope? It's almost like... Fuck you, I was right. Once again, I see I wasn't merely insane or being a Destiny hater, as some like to decry. I was merely ahead of the curve. And now with the Halloween event in full swing, the cash shop crammed full of items, and people are feeling like they're going to miss out on items in the cash shop. for one reason or another, and they're feeling pressured to buy those things. Well, it seems as if, some particular little chickadees have come home to roost. Yes, maybe $15 for a set of armor is extreme. Maybe $10 for a weapon skin is really a bit much. Who could say? But this is a community-wide self-inflicted wound. Personally, I'm entirely okay with the cash shop's current iteration because it got rid of the loot boxes. Now, I don't know about you, wonderful ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, but I've gone to a store, I've seen something that I liked, I looked at the price tag and I go, but I don't like it that much, I don't need it. Here, Bungie is offering the same experience. Now, what happens when people just, I don't know, stop buying things from the cash shop? Well, Bungie might look at the community feedback when it comes to the prices in the cash shop and lower them. That's free market economics 101. But as long as people are buying things from the cash shop, there's no incentive for Bungie to change. Simple supply and demand. And while I think the cash shop in and of itself was a huge mistake that has plagued the Destiny franchise from its inception and has only grown worse and worse and worse with Destiny 2, the moving from loot boxes to direct purchases was a great idea. And for those people crying about losing out on freebies, the point of a cash shop is not to give you free content. If it was, there would be no point in having a cash shop whatsoever. They could simply turn the items in the cash shop into rewards and let us earn them organically. But no, they have a cash shop because they want to make money. Giving out free stuff is not the way you make money. And the universal truth of supply and demand dictates that items in said cash shop only cost as much as the market is willing to pay for them. So if Bungie thinks they can sell a weapon skin for $10 or a suit of armor for $15, then they will, until proven wrong. But hey, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below, and like always, stay frosty.